Well, let's talk about the Bestech Fin. The Bestech Fin, and it says FIN, 14C28N. So this is kind of interesting that they did this because a lot of their knives that they've been doing in the past, like the Paladin, okay, like the Swordfish, and where's my Hornet? Where is my Hornet? Oh, there it is. There's my Hornet. Got me a, yeah, I made that. Isn't that nice? Hornet. D2. Oh, I boogered up that blade. Oh, that's just, okay, never mind. Wipes off. What else we got here that is a mess? But that's, and then, I think this is pretty cool, the circuit. And this may come a little out of that class because it's a little bit more expensive, but the Irida. And then, of course, the Fanga. And that's all I got on the table right now. So that's all you get. Oh, and I would throw this in, but this is definitely, multiples of $68. So this is like over double that amount, or around double, 70 cents. Yeah, about 140, 150. So, but this is the Falco, which I really, really, really like. So, but these are the ones that I really like. I don't own this fin. It was one that was sent to me by Eric Outer of Outer Limits. Check out his YouTube channel and his Instagram, and he's the Bestech rep. And so, yeah, he's fixed a knife for me. I think I only had one occasion where I sent a knife to him to repair, and he got it all fixed up and sent right back to me. So if you have issues, contact him and go to his Instagram. You can direct message him through there and stuff. Regardless, this is the fin. Now, this knife is new for 2021, and it comes in all kinds of variations. This has got a black blade, but it's got silver hardware on it. Kind of interesting. They didn't black that out. And it's $68. It seems like that's the tune they're spinning for the G10 stuff this year. $68. It used to be like $52, and now it's more expensive. If you get it from White Mountain Knives, which they show to be in stock right now, but 10% off, so it's almost $7 off. It'll get you closer to 60 even. And here's your stats: 8.4 inches overall length. Blade length is pretty stout right there. Supposedly almost 3.7 inches, and then you got all kinds of different colors and stuff. And check this out. Hold on. Look at this. So you can get it with no coating on the blade at all, or you can get it with just the fuller has got a coating on it. And or there's the one I got. I probably would have bought either this one or this, or really, hold on, next page, because they got more, okay? I probably would have just got the orange with just the satin. Maybe that sounds a little boring, but I think that's the way it would have gone. And see, then you got all these different colors, and you have them either all black, black fuller area, or all satin. So in all these different types of variants. So there's a mess. That's a mess. That's a bunch. And this is, typical Bestech G10 knife, which I like. I mean, obviously, I got the Swordfish, the Paladin, the Hornet. I got the Irida. I got the Fanga, And I also now have the Circuit. This is mine. So I saw this, and I really go, wow, I got to have this. I really dig this design. I do. And it's not a real big knife. Check it out. Okay. So the fin, way bigger than the Circuit. And I'll do a video on that Circuit. But let's see if this is almost 3.7 inch blade. Well, it's 3.65. Depends on where you want to measure it, okay? Down the middle of this choil is 3.75. Up here, it's closer to just a little over 3.5 at about 92 millimeters. And then here, 8.4, 8 point maybe 3 at best, just a little over 8.25 at 21.5 centimeters. And let's get this out of the way. If we can get onto a flat here, we'll figure this out. 0.13 at 3.5, about 3.5 millimeter, 14.5 centimeters at 0.57. So it looks to be a contoured, contoured G10 handle. And it's a handful too. And it's not embedded liners. They show, okay? So it's definitely a tough guy. It's pretty heavy duty. Now, let me see if my Paladin's like that. See the Paladin? Those liners are embedded. Yet Swordfish, no, they're not embedded. Hornet, no, they show as well, right? Arita, it shows as well. So does the Fanga. But let me see the circuit. Nope, they're embedded. So one way or the other. So this is pretty hale and hardy. It's not sharpened here. It is down here. And how sharpened is it? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's get a piece of paper out here. Wow, okay. But, you know, I touched on this briefly. Yeah, that's sharp. Touched on it briefly and then just blew by it. And sorry for that, but this is 14C28N. So this is a Sandvik steel. So this is not a semi-stainless like D2. So this has got more chromium in it. And it's more of a true, it is a true stainless. So I like that. I like that. I'm glad that they, you know, I've been bitching about that for months now, right? About getting off the D2 train and getting some other alternative like N690 or VG10 even, or OS10 or, you know, whatever. But 14C, yes, that's good. I like that choice. It's got a fuller here, you can see both sides. It's a flipper. It's a liner lock. There's your lockup. That's 35%, isn't it? And it's easy to disengage. There's your pass-through. See, that's easy. And it's over the detamp ball quickly. And the flipper tab hits you in the thumb. So, yes, it's fidget friendly. Look at the design flow. There you go. That's good. Now, and let's lay this back over here and see. Blade to handle length ain't bad. I can't touch it. And I got this wraparound G10 backspacer. Deep carry pocket clip. Right hand only, folks. Right hand only. It'd be nice if they had flat screws there. Okay? I think that's damn near the only reason that I keep my Vexor out here. See, flat screws. Here, not flat screws. So it restricts, you know, it can drag on your pocket lip in and out, you know. This one's not embedded in the scale, and neither is this. This sits right on top. Therefore, I kind of wonder, why didn't they just drill, you know, an extra hole and actually back this pocket clip up to where this screw was the same as this? Then you didn't need the extra hole drilled in it. You didn't need the extra screw. And then you could have just put an extra hole here and made it right or left hand. I mean, don't you think? I mean, I don't personally need to make everything available for left-handed people, but you know, I hear enough of it from where I'm sitting that it's nice when you can accommodate them as well. And you're talking about a G10, you know, shooter, so you're not talking about, you know, mounting this in some kind of a showcase necessarily. This is going to be a user, so it shouldn't break your heart to see an extra little hole in here. I mean, look at Spyderco does it. And these aren't exactly a $50 shooter, but they're making it top, bottom, round, up, wherever, you know. Jeez. So deep carry, flat screws. Back it up and use this screw as one of the screws for the deep carry pocket clip. Get rid of another screw hole and then make it left hand friendly. And while I'm yelling orders to everybody, how about this? Number 8s. Come here, Vexer. Got to use you again. These are number 8s on here. These are not number 8s on here. Okay? So let me get my number 6 and I'll prove you to it if I can get it in here. Looking through the camera. See? Number 6. But this one, these are not number 6s. These are number 8s. And this is a number 8. Yeah, see? Locked in. That's a number 8. So, I know. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm just wearing you out with that kind of stuff. But I just think, why not? I mean, if Civivi can do it, and they ain't charging any more than $68 probably for that Vexer if they're charging that. So it's not a matter of money. Why not? I mean, it's so much easier. I mean, these will twist out or they'll mess with your Torxes, which reminds me, I got a bunch of 6s that are twisted out. And I got a buddy who's going to mill off the end and give me fresh start on the tines, kind of refresh them. So, but yeah, I like it otherwise. I mean, it's a nice long blade. I like the blade shape. Here's the ergos, now that I got hung up on all these little nits. Ergos are good. Reverse grip is fine. The dagger look is cool. And this is a go forward position here. It's real sharp. I like the use of the steel. I like the overall design. I like the fact that they give you a lot of choices. I mean, that's one thing that some knife companies could learn from is, you know, give us some choices on colors and combinations with coated and uncoated blades as well. It's not too billboarded up, so that's not bad. And they've got their logo here. Your entry point would be there. And we will take this apart. But yeah, I sat here and just, you know, shoved the hot air around, didn't I, about pocket clips and number 8s and all that kind of stuff. But I try and imagine it, don't you? You look at a knife and you go, maybe I could have done, maybe something could have been done differently. I mean, look at this one, by the way. Let's just continue to beat that dead horse. But see, I mean, look at that pocket clip. It didn't need 3 screws. It didn't need a screw for the end and then 2 for the pocket clip. Right? They just backed it up and then they sunk it into the scale. Since you're not going to give me a left-hand look anyhow, sink it into the scale. And then where they missed on here, if they would have had flat screws in there, they would have totally opened this up for a clean shot. And hell, they didn't do the left hand anyhow. So you know what I'm saying? They almost got there with this, with the swordfish. And if you do that, and that thing's been out for years, how come you just all of a sudden decided to throw 3 ugly screws in there instead of 2? I don't know. And the pocket clip's definitely not the elongated, sleek little lady here either, is it? And you know what? I haven't carried this, so I can't tell you about in and out of the pocket. There are some people get a little concerned when the pocket clip's too stubby that it won't hold, but I kind of doubt that's the case. 4.7, so it's not super lightweight, not really heavy, 133 grams, so detent's nice. I think it's where it needs to be on this. Flipper tab's fine. It's not too big. It's jimped. Pull, pull, pull. Okay. Tried to fail it. Pull. Okay. No, I'm not failing it, so it's definitely where it needs to be. And the thing is, there is no other opening method. It's not like you can finger flick it with the fuller, because the fuller's buried in here. I mean, nice design flow, like I said. Fuller's buried in there. So this is your only opening mechanism, which means you can have a little snappier detent on there. And yeah, I mean, they did. I think they set it just right. And the lockup's hale and hearty as well. And the whole knife is nice in the hand because of the contoured, because it's thick enough. It's kind of beefy, but not too heavy. It's a plentiful blade, yet not overly long. So it ticks a lot of boxes. I like it. It might join my other G10 users, but I'm not in this iteration. I'm going to get it in something else. So, but still, the overall design, everything about it, that's cool. Just still not digging that too much. Where is my balance point? Oh, right there. Okay, easy to find. Well, it looks like they skeletonized liners, which calls for our next segment here is to take this puppy apart. Okay, we got the dirt rag down, and we ain't coming in from the front, boys, so we better get her from the back. And that was no problem. That just let go. So that was easy. That's good, good. Better to not be hung up like that, that's for sure. And let's break this away. I can't remember what it was. I know I had a Bestech knife that I sent to Eric to fix, and I was all kinds of pissed off too. And he got it took care of and out the door. But wow, you know what? To hell with it. We're taking the pocket clip off. But I can't remember which one it was and what the issue was. Oh baby, I was hot though. And he knew it, but he was totally cool. And okay, got that off. So let's see if we, we didn't. Yeah, we almost had to get. See, and there's another reason. Why did they need this hole back here? I mean, it should have been part of the pocket clip thing here. See what I'm saying? That's just beyond bizarre. You could have just moved this whole thing back a little bit. Okay, now there was our body screw. Okay, and no screws holding this, so this ought to come off. And yes, it's skeletonized, and it's shiny, and it's smooth, and ceramic detent ball for $68. It better. And oh, this is we're gonna dump things out. Here we go. Ceramic bearings. Throw them down on the table. Of course, this is our presentation side. And, the good thing is, D-shaped pivot here. So, I mean, there's no support here for Torx on the front in case you get too much thread locker. So, yes, of course, we've got it taken care of by having this kind of pivot in there to lock it down. And, of course, there's your D-shape in your liner to match that up. So, it'll also center your logo the way it needs to be. So I'm totally good with all that. And here's your blade, and looks good. Okay, we got us a mess we got to put back together, but that shouldn't be too tough. We know we got to face that D shape right there and push it through. And of course we don't have any steel washers because that is steel there. So we might want to put a blade stop in here and maybe some bearings and do this thing here. Okay, now let's throw this on, and of course we can see the path that this stop takes right there. Another ring, and good there. And we're right. See, we got a little D shape on that liner as well. And we can snap everything together. Throw this on as well. And then, now that we got this baby stacked like a big old sub sandwich, we need to throw this on here to lock all these goodies in place. Okay, Close enough. And let me see what we got. Nah, these are the same size. So we got to put the hidden gem back in here before we can put the pocket clip on. Yeah, I don't know. You'd think they'd look at the proto and go, yeah, I don't think we need that extra screw back there. I think we could back up that pocket clip and make it work. Get rid of an extra drill hole. Hell, I think they could have just thrown a place on the front, but you know, since the scale is they do have this machined in. You know what? I wasn't seeing that. But you're right. Then they would have had to machine in here, and then it would have made it kind of unsightly because this is contoured. This is not flat. So, okay, if you were screaming at me before saying, hey, they did machine it in, number one, and number two, if they flip it over, then because of the combination of the G10 colors, when they machine this out, it's gonna... But they still could have eliminated this extra screw. They didn't need 3 here. Okay. So, yeah, they did machine a little bit. It's hard to see that because it kind of just still sits up on. It does. But they definitely made a landing pad for it. Okay, let's get it in here. Okay, let's do that. And let's do that. I mean, it looks like it sits up on top of that scale, doesn't it? I mean, it wasn't that deeply embedded in there. But see, on this side, it is because it's contoured. So I was looking at it like this and not like this. Yikes. Okay. Mr. Observant. Okay, what are we doing here? Well, I think we got it. I think we got the pivot tight enough. That's for sure. Woo, baby. I think we could back that one off just a bit. How hard did I jack that up? No, not as hard as I could have, actually. Let's... that is definitely Mo Betta Beretta. We're centered. Let's see. Okay. Let me see. We got any move on there? No, it's not moving. Let me see if we can dance with the devil just a little bit more. Okay. Maybe make it even more droppy. Droppy, but not sloppy. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's dead centered out. No jiggles yet. So I think we played with it enough. I got it where I like it. All right. Back with the fin. The fin. So I guess it comes, or it's inspired by Finland or people who live there or parts of a fish's body or I don't know. I never know. Maybe fin also stands for finished or the end in certain language. So I try not to guess. It's just, do I like the knife design or not? What the hell? And yes, I do. I do like this. I know it's probably not the most practical use type blade design in the world, and no, it's not. But it's interesting, and yes, it can be used purposefully, and yes, piercing, not so much slicing. But got that look. Get out of here. Oh, by the way, before you get out of here, why don't you subscribe to my channel? Okay, now, after you've done that, get out of here. We love them knives. See you guys. Stay sharp.